somebody. Hendon Hooker's the one that should have been in New York, and Hendon Hooker's the one that we should be talking about as, man, that's the dude that could possibly be on this list.
My fucking man. Let's go. Because Hendon Hooker, listen, I understand that he's injured, but I think the question becomes Hendon Hooker versus Will Levis when we talk about the NFL draft. And which one do you want? I think that's a real question when it comes to the NFL draft. A healthy Hendon Hooker versus Will Levis, what do we do? That's the question to me. And I know that's not the All-American discussion. So, and Greg, I know we got to get to the running backs. So let's go to let's do the running backs. Let's do running backs now.
No, I want to finish up on this Hooker thing, if you don't mind, because that was the final element I was going to go to you guys, and you beat me to the punch. Clint, I feel like Hendon Hooker was the story of this season.
Yeah. Yes.
And I don't think that changed, honestly. Down the stretch run, Tennessee fell out of the picture pretty much coincidentally when he got injured, right?
Yes.
So it's hard for me to step back and even, I'm not trying to take anything away from Caleb because I thought he was brilliant, and I'd feel a whole lot different about this if he didn't get hobbled in that final Pac-12 championship game and they were able to get over the hump against Utah. But to me, it's hard to believe how much Hendon Hooker has fallen out of the conversation a little bit by this point. So I'm very thankful for the two of you to bring that up on the show.
Yeah. Hey, here's the thing that's frustrating to me is how it was blatantly obvious this year, man. When teams fell out of contention for the college football playoffs, you saw that reflected in the quarterbacks and their odds to be invited to New York or to win the Heisman and kind of that. Which I think is such bullshit, right? I mean, I understand if you miss half the season, or I understand if you miss 2 ball games and it was the 2 biggest ball games of the year, and the rest of your resume just doesn't really give us enough. Okay, but we're talking about a guy in Hendon Hooker that had an unbelievable season. He had taken a program to heights that it hadn't seen since my ass fumbled. If we're being completely honest,
I know.
Right? I mean, having a shot at a national championship.
By the way, can I call a timeout? Can I just ask you, how did that fumble go?
Is that a serious fucking question, George? Mike?
I've seen it a million times. What was going through your mind when it happened?
It was a sprint, so I was going to keep the ball, right? It was designed for me to the same play we ran the play before, right? And the plan was I had a tight end sneaking across the middle, but that was the last resort. Stay in bounds, keep the clock running. If we get the first down, the ball game's over. So it was a sprint. It wasn't a handoff. Okay. And when I came out, my right guard got open. Brandon Burlsworth got opened up, and when he did, we clicked feet. His right foot hit my left foot.
Okay.
And it surprised me because I didn't know anybody would be that close to me. And when I went down, because it surprised me so much, I went down with the ball instead of my empty hand. And that old ground can't cause a fumble didn't save my ass, brother.
Listen, I honestly, this is one of the things. That play is a thing that I've thought about so many times in football.
Yep.
Because I've seen it's a unique play, and I've never got a chance to ask you about it, and I just wanted to ask you about it. So it's
part of my story, big dog. I talk about it all the time, man. It changed me. That in the 365 days that followed until we played them the next year changed my life, man. I don't know, but whatever, that damn play is responsible for a good chunk of it. That's for damn sure.